out, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan T here, and welcome to another episode of the TRTS Podcast. That's right, ghouls and gals, we're back with another steaming pile of entertainment news. I took a little break last week just to kind of tweak a little things with the podcast and whatnot, just so I can give y'all, a better podcast format and all that good stuff. But we're back, like I said, with another steaming hot pile of news coming for you all over your face, neck, and chest. So get ready, ghouls and gals. I don't want to dilly-dally too much. I want to jump into the pool of infotainment that I got ready for y'all tonight. So without further ado, let's get into our first news story of the night. Our first story of the night is going to be Superman, Man of Tomorrow. That's right, ghouls and gals. It looks like punk rock really is the new kindness, because James Gunn's Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow, has set its release date for July 9th, 2027, which is pretty fucking cool. We're gonna get this movie in 2 years from now, which is not bad. I haven't seen a superhero movie sequel turn around that quick in a long time. Hell, we're still waiting for a sequel to Batman, let alone characters like Shang-Chi or the Turtles too. But yeah, Superman, Man of Tomorrow will come out on July 9th, 2027. But yeah, James Gunn shared a little bit of artwork, as y'all can see right there, and it's Superman against Lex Luthor, and Luthor has something very interesting. He got that Luthor power armor. I swear to God, we're gonna get the Luthor power armor in Superman 2. That's gonna be fucking awesome. Which leads me to believe that Superman and Lex, I think they may be fighting each other, of course, but I think they may team up in this movie. I'm assuming that the villain in this movie is going to be Brainiac, and Brainiac wants to take over the whole entire Earth like he always does. I'm sure that's going to be what Brainiac's about if he's the bad guy in this movie. But if that's going to happen, Lex don't play well with others. He wants to be the only bad guy, and I highly suspect if that's the case, him and Superman will be joining forces to kick Brainiac's ass, if he is in fact the villain for Superman, Man of Tomorrow. But no real news on Superman, Man of Tomorrow, aside from a release date and that it's happening. And James Gunn also let out this little tidbit on Threads this week. He claims that, he's the fucking master of the DC universe, so whatever he says is pretty much law at this point. But James Gunn is saying that the current season of Peacemaker Season 2, which you can see on HBO Max, is supposed to be the prequel to Man of Tomorrow. So we'll see how that works out with the upcoming episodes of Peacemaker. But yeah, like I always say, I am highly interested to see what's going to happen with the DCU. But speaking of the DCU, we got another update on another character that I'm really looking forward to, and that's Tom Rhys Harries as Clayface. Clayface has just officially begun filming this week, and like I said, it will be starring Tom Rhys Harries and is written by Mike Flanagan and is directed by James Watkins, and will hit theaters on September 11th, 2026, which is a really fucking interesting release date, dropping fucking Clayface on fucking 9/11, which is interesting. But yeah, we got some set pictures from Clayface, which as you can see right there, and we also got this bad boy right here where my boy looks a little fucked up, a little worse for wear. But yeah, according to what I've heard, Clayface is going to be based on the Batman the Animated Series episode Feats of Clay, where Clayface is Basil Carlo, and he's this failed actor, and he basically is transforming into all these different things. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. But I don't think Batman's gonna be coming out in Clayface. If he does, I don't know. If he does, that'd be fucking crazy. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a one-off. We're gonna see Clayface, no Batman, and if we see a Batman, it'll be probably something small, something something a little teased, like maybe the bat signal off in the distance, or the shadow or silhouette of Batman, and he says something like, "Carlo, you fucked up," or not fucked up, but "Carlo, you messed up. I'm gonna be coming for you," or something like that. But knowing James Gunn, I'm sure, like I said, he's the lord of the DC universe right now. I'm sure he's gonna have some sort of cool surprise in there for us. But yeah, Clayface coming up September 11th, 2026. I cannot wait to check that out. The DC universe is hot right now, ghouls and gals. They got some interesting shit happening over there. Marvel's kind of on the back burner, and it looks like DC is coming up like the phoenix, soaring from the ashes, the burnt ashes that is the Zack Snyderverse. But yeah, looks like it's going to be an interesting time for the DC universe. And speaking of interesting times, in a galaxy far, far away, looks like Sean Levy has shown his first look at Star Wars Starfighter, which is going to be starring Ryan Gosling, Flynn Gray, Matt Smith, Mia Goth, love Mia Goth, Aaron Pierre, aka the Green Lantern, and Amy Adams. It's going to hit theaters on May 28th, 2027. I'm not going to lie, I'm not a giant Star Wars fan. I'm kind of a little bit of a hater towards Star Wars, I'm not going to lie, but this looks good. This sounds good. This has a stacked cast, and it looks like they're moving on from like the Luke Skywalker story, and yeah, I kind of want to see what they're gonna do with this. They got a good director, like I said, a good cast, and I'll fucking watch anything that Mia Goth's in. And it sounds like this is gonna be kind of like a B story. Like I said, it's not gonna be focusing on the Skywalkers or Rey or anybody like that. So yeah, I like when Star Wars, Marvel, anything that's like a big franchise kind of like spins off and does like a little like offshoot, and that little offshoot ends up being like better than the actual like main thing. Like, I really like that a lot. But yeah, Star Wars Starfighter, starring Ryan Gosling, Mia Goth, Matt Smith, Aaron Pierre, Amy Adams, Flynn Gray. Looks like it's going to be hitting theaters May 28th, 2027. Let me know in the comments below if you're interested in Star Wars Starfighter, or if you would want me to cover a little bit more on the podcast about Star Wars. Hell, I'll start watching the fucking Star Wars movies if you ghouls and gals want some more Star Wars news or something like that. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, coming up next, we have a movie that I really didn't think was gonna get a sequel or really needed a sequel. We have David Harbour's gritty Santa Claus film, Violent Night. Part 2 is officially getting a sequel starring Daniela Melancourt, who was also in a DC movie. She was a Ratcatcher. And it's also going to be starring Kristen Bell and, of course, David Harbour. The film will hit theaters on December 6th, 2026. I like vaguely remember the first Silent Night or Violent Night movie. From what I remember, it was alright. Not like, again, like I said, something that needed a sequel or anything like that, but that's kind of weird to me when movies like this get sequels, like, like Nobody 2, for example. Like, nothing against like the Nobody movie or anything like that, but do we really need a sequel to that? Just like, do we really need a sequel to Violent Night? And I know somebody in the comments is going to be like, Violent Night is my favorite movie, of course we need a sequel, it's one of the best action movies of this decade. Okay, whatever. But yeah, it's one of these like movies that not ever, again, like I always say, not every movie needs a universe. Not every movie needs a sequel. Sometimes it's okay to just have the one movie. We only need the one movie sometimes. But speaking of sequels, we got The Bone Temple. Oh my God, we got 28 years later, The Bone Temple coming to theaters on January 16th. And right now, we're gonna check out the trailer. We're gonna do a little trailer reaction. I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I'm gonna be watching it alongside you ghouls and gals for the first time. So let's go ahead and get that trailer reaction started. This is the Bone Temple, 28 years later, the Bone Temple trailer reaction. Let's see what they got cooking for us. Oof. All right. It looks like we're entering the Bone Temple here. Those trying to predict the future. is a discouraging, hazardous occupation. It looks like it, of course, takes place like pretty quickly after the last film, 28 years later. Oh, the cinematography always looks good in this. Also, this film is going to be directed by Nia DaCosta. It's not going to have Danny Boyle, who directed the last film. It's going to be Nia DaCosta. The only thing that kind of has me worried about the Bone Temple is that this has a January release date. And movies in January are never good. I'm sorry, they just never are. I mean, maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe this movie will be like really good, but January release slot is never good. Ooh. Oh, we got the Jimmy Gang. Oh, what the hell are they doing? They're torturing people? Those people don't have the disease. Get out of there, boy. Go back with the doctor. I wondered if Aaron Taylor Johnson's going to come out in this one. I will say, though, 28 years later, Bone Temple, that's how you make a sequel. That's how you make a sequel. You don't make us wait fucking 5 years for the next movie. If your story needs to be told in 2 movies, like back to back, those movies better be filmed and better be released back to back. So I really fucking dig that they did that with this. Oh, this looks good. Who would have? Oh, that big penis zombie. Whoa, Ray Fiennes giving another great, insane performance. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Produced by Danny Boyle. In theaters, January 16th. Whoa, that looks like fire. I can't wait to check that out. Ooh, let me know in the comments below, ghouls and gals, what y'all think about 28 years later, The Bone Temple. I don't know about y'all, but that got me hyped. I am 100% ready to see The Bone Temple. Also, that title sounds like a porno. I'm sorry. It just does. But coming up next, we got Paramount Pictures is in talks to buy the rights to develop a Call of Duty movie, which is kind of fucking insane to me. Like, what would a Call of Duty movie even be? Like, is it just gonna be like a generic war movie? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you even make a movie out of that? Is it gonna be like a Minecraft situation where, like, since there's no real like story? I mean, I know there is a story in the Call of Duty games, you know what I mean? But they can kind of do anything they want with the Call of Duty name or whatever. But yeah, I'm curious as to what they would do with that or how that would even work. But yeah, Amazon Prime, Paramount Pictures is in talks to buy the rights to Call of Duty to develop a movie. Apparently, from what I've been reading on social media, Steven Spielberg was in talks to direct a Call of Duty movie because apparently he's like a super big Call of Duty fan. But the Call of Duty people got spooked after Steven Spielberg was like, well, I want to retain like all ownership of like the name for the movie, and I want all creative input on it and stuff like that. Basically, like every Steven Spielberg movie, he wanted to have his hands in every aspect of it, which, you know, I don't blame him. He's fucking Steven Spielberg. If anybody can make a Call of Duty movie work, it would be him. But now we're gonna get a Paramount Pictures one. We're probably gonna get the fucking some random ass director, probably Paul W.S. Anderson, to direct this fucking movie, and it's gonna be a fucking shitty ass generic Call of Duty movie that they're just gonna shit out really quickly because they have the rights to the name and they want to retain the rights. That way they can continue to make shitty video games movies based on popular video games. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you're excited for the Call of Duty movie, which is inevitably going to be coming very, very, very soon. Speaking of movies that were supposed to be coming soon, Mortal Kombat 2 has been delayed to March 15th, 2026. Mortal Kombat 2 was supposed to come out next month, actually. It was supposed to come out like October 20th or something like that. It was supposed to come out closer to Halloween. And I think I know why Mortal Kombat 2 was delayed. I think it's because some of the characters look a little shitty. I posted on Facebook the other day a picture of Baraka, and Baraka literally looks like Mr. Potato Head with like shark teeth. He looked terrible. Don't get me wrong, this movie looks fun. I'm super excited for Mortal Kombat 2, but they need to put that fucking day one patch. They need a little fucking update before they release this bad boy. Take it back to the CGI masters and have them like scrub it over a little bit, because some of the characters look fucking rough. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 has been delayed to March 15th, 2026. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm excited for this movie. It looks really interesting. It looks fun. They're finally going to do the actual Mortal Kombat tournament, not like the first movie, which for some reason thought it was a good idea to be like, hey, we're not going to do the Mortal Kombat tournament. We're just going to like have them, you know, the night before. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? He goes, and we're going to have, like, major characters get killed in the first movie, and they're not going to make it to said tournament, but, you know, wink, wink, nobody ever dies in the Mortal Kombat universe. But, yeah, I'm excited for Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2. I'm also glad that we live in this era of movies where, like, if enough fans are like, hey, that looks like shit, y'all need to fix that, the movie theaters will like be like, all right, we'll fix it. You know, ever since like Sonic the Hedgehog, like fans of movies have been able to like bully movie studios into like fixing like shitty stuff that they're doing. So yeah, I'm really glad we live in that world. It's the only thing it seems like we have control over so far. But yeah, here's the updated poster for Mortal Kombat 2. It says summer begins 5/15/26, baby. So get ready for that. It's coming May 15th, 2026. On the streaming front, we got Amazon Prime's live-action Tomb Raider series is officially set to begin production on January 19th, 2026, with Game of Thrones actress Sophie Turner as Lara Croft. I'm gonna be honest with you, ghouls and gals, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I mean, you know, all the praise and all the power to Sophie Turner, you know, young Jean Grey, fucking Game of Thrones or whatever, but she doesn't look like Lara Croft to me. I don't know. You know, she's a good actress or whatever, or serviceable actress, but to me, that's not in my mind when I envision Lara Croft. I'm not saying anything based on like her looks or anything, or she doesn't give me the Lara Croft vibe, is what I'm saying. And Amazon Prime hasn't had a really good track record with stuff like this. Like their Lord of the Rings series is like super fucking boring. I don't have high hopes for their Tomb Raider series. Amazon Prime is really like The Boys and Invincible network. Like if it's not something involving Invincible or The Boys, it's probably not going to be great. Like a lot of their shows are not great, and I don't have a lot of high expectations for Tomb Raider. Again, I'm going to go in with an open mind. Hopefully Sophie Turner can prove me wrong here and be a good Lara Croft and fucking make me eat shit and be like, hey, I was wrong. You know, fucking Game of Thrones chick is a good fucking Lara Croft. But as it stands, I'm not feeling it. I don't think it's a good fit. I think it's not gonna end well for Amazon Prime. I think we might see a incoming flopperoo. You know, that's just me. That's just me. I may be being cynical. I may be being a hater, but that's just me. And speaking of potential flops, Street Fighter the movie has its first official poster and character posters, as well as the official full cast, which we're going to go through right now. Make sure you grab a beer and get comfortable because it is a long list. We have, it's before we do that, let me take a drink. Alright, the Street Fighter movie cast will be Noah Centineo as Ken Masters, Andrew Koji as Ryu, Colleen Leong as Chung Li, Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, as Akuma, David Dashmian as M. Bison, Cody Rhodes as Guile, Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki, Eric Andre as Dan Savage, and Mini-Man 50 Cent as Balrog, and Jason Momoa as Blanca, and I'm going to butcher the fuck out of this name, Vidit Jimwal as Daolism, and Orville Peck as Vega, and Oliver Richards as Zangief, and Hiroki Goda as E. Honda, Raina Valadingham as Julie, Alexander Volkinski as Joe, and Kyle Mooney as Marvin. Woo! We got through it, ghouls and gals. That's the entire cast right there. But yeah, that's the first official poster, and these are the character posters, as y'all can see right there. But the Street Fighter movie is either going to be insanely fun and one of the most fun movies when it comes out, or it's going to be one of the stupidest, shittiest stunt casting movies that we've ever witnessed, because goddamn is this cast like filled to the brim with just like name after name after name after name, which is cool. You know, we have some notable faces, which I'm really interested to see. Roman Reigns as Akuma, Cody Rhodes as Guile, 50 Cent as Balrog. I'm really interested to see what they do with those characters. But yeah, this stunt casting, it may or may not work. It may backfire on them, or it may make for some amazingly awesome like B-movie greatness. But yeah, I'm gonna be open-minded. I'm optimistic. Street Fighter might be awesome, but it also might be one of the shittiest things. It might be the other Street Fighter movie that came out a while back, Street Fighter, the Chun-Li movie. You know what? I might even review that movie. I might review that Street Fighter Chun-Li movie whenever this one gets a trailer or something like that. But yeah, Street Fighter the movie, I don't know if that has a release date yet, but let me check that out real quick. Street Fighter the movie. But yeah, no, this doesn't have a release date yet. Oh yes, it does. October 16th, 2026. Street Fighter, the live action movie, will be hitting theaters October 16th, 2026. Let me know in the comments below if y'all are interested in Street Fighter the movie, if y'all are excited about it, or what y'all think about that. Me personally, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm on the fence right now. But coming up next on our final story of the night, we have some gameplay. The first official gameplay trailer for 007 First Light, an espionage action-adventure game following a young, sometimes reckless James Bond, launching March 27th. Let's check out that trailer right now. I haven't seen the trailer yet, so let's check out that trailer right now. Oh yeah, some 007 action. I'm not gonna lie. If this is in-game graphics, this looks beautiful as fuck and cinematic as fuck. This looks cool. I'm not a huge like 007 fan, but this looks kind of awesome. Got an interesting 007. He looks like a normal guy. I guess that's like the point, right, of 007, for him to be like covert and not like super noticeable and people drawing attention to him. Oh, we got some Batman detective vision. So we're gonna get a little stealth missions. We're gonna be able to get into the shit and like knock people out. We're gonna be able to talk to hot babes. We're gonna be able to throw guys off of balconies, punch them in the face. It looks like he has a wicked right hook. Oh shit. Yo, if this is like 007, like Batman Arkham, like hell yeah, I'll play the fuck out of that. That'll be awesome. Again, this looks cinematic as hell. I'm all for video games based on movies being like spiritual sequels to those movies. You know what I mean? Especially if they're like older franchises that we haven't heard from in a little while. Like, I'm all for that. Like, give me more of that. But I'm so glad this is coming out like relatively soon and not like forever from now. Man, James Bond just fucking up everybody, huh? Yeah! Yeah, I'm gonna buy this. This is a day one buy for me. They got me sold. Out of all the stories we've done tonight, this is like my favorite stories, oddly, and I'm not even a big 007 fan. Coming next year, March 27th, 2026. Ooh, yeah! That looks good. That looks damn good. Hell yeah. Let me know in the comments below, ghouls and gals, if y'all are going to be playing 007 First Light as soon as it comes out, like me, because you know I'm going to be playing it, and you already know I'm going to be streaming some gameplay as well. But yeah, ghouls and gals, there you have it. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Thank you for watching another episode of the almighty TRTS Podcast. Like always, I'm Ryan T, and I'll see you in the next one.
This is our